Well, hello everyone and welcome to World of Mike. Today, a change to the schedule. It's not going to be DC, but we are going to be doing the Titanic issue number 6 that I picked up today. We are almost edging the near of this fortnightly situation because I do believe from issue 8 it will be weekly, so it isn't that much longer before this moves to weekly. As you can see in issue number 6, what we're going to be doing in this one here. Obviously, this is a really nice one coming up next week. We've got a catwalk frame support and fixing screws. Vulcan's Forge, the Titanic boilers there. All bits and pieces of Violent Constance Jessup there. And look at that massive... Oh, wow, look at the burst in that. Wow. That photo, oh my God. It always gets me emotional seeing that, because that is one of the iconic scenes in the James Cameron film. And it just goes here, treasures from a bygone age when Titanic went down. There was little time for passengers to collect their belongings. They all sank with the great ship, and remember that they did manage to rescue, I think it was like a little clock, or it was like a, was it a safe or like a box or something they rescued from it? Yeah, it was a safe. I think it was a safe because they pulled out this like documentation from it. Yeah. That rings a bell. And then obviously from last time we had this black hole section. So obviously that is the section that I've got. Just bear with me. This is obviously the section that we've got with this issue, but obviously you're going to be needing this issue as well because we get to attach that onto it. So we will be using that a little bit later on. And as you can see, we'll be putting 2 more hooks onto this crankshaft here. As you can see, so adding them 2 parts, then it gets even more exciting because we get to attach this onto the engine situation that we did from a previous issue. And yeah, it's certainly starting to get bigger and bigger, and as you can see, we will connect this black part onto this part here. So it's a very lovely, gorgeous issue, this one. As you can see, what's inside this, who knows? We'll have to open it up and wait and see. I do apologise if you can hear violins in the background. I am watching a film and it's lots of violin work. But as you can see in this lovely little box, always keep these because they're great for upcycling. You can use it as like sending a gift to someone if you want to send them a little gift. They're great for upcycling. And as you can see in here, we should have, I hope, a pack of screws, but it doesn't look very promising. Have we got a pack of screws? Yay, we got a pack of screws. Oh my God, I can't believe the size of that. Look at that. Gee whiz, that's even bigger than this part. Oh wow. Cool, this is going to be a beast, guys. This build is literally going to be a beast. So as you can see, we've got a bit of the whole section there. Oh wow, look at that. It's got the Titanic logo just there. Oh, you beauty. That looks thebomb.com. Oh, how lovely. Oh yes. Sound like Churchill. Oh yes. There's a little Churchill dog. Google it. On Google. As you can see, the next linkage parts that we're going to use for this section here, and obviously a pack of our DM screws there. So first things first, obviously we need to get this part that we did from last time. We're going to shift this along to one side because the next part that we need is these parts here, because what's going to happen is, you know where we did this linkage part here, what we need to do, I'm going to bend that right down as best as I can. What we need to do is basically connect the other 2 sides up here. So as you can see, we've got 2 like little hook sections, and that's basically where these are going to hook on. So again, we've got a great thing here because these, again, any diamond painting people out there, you can actually use that for your little drills when you're doing diamond painting. So again, we can upcycle that. So first things first, what we need to do is attach these lovely hook parts on here. As you can see, they're both near enough the same way. So I don't think it matters too much which way they go round, so I'm just going to put one onto there, clip that into place, and obviously the next one that clips onto that part there, and that's these 2. I had a feeling they would give us these in the next issue, so I'm really happy with that. Okay, then moving on, what we need to do is obviously do what we did last time and connect these 2 ones on. And this is the thing, when you've done the first one, you roughly know how to do it, so you don't necessarily have to look at the manual. I like to go from the back and then clip the first one in and then the second, as you can see, and then we'll do exactly the same on this part here. So what I like to do just push it behind that bar there, and then just sort of, you always get a little bit one that's a bit thick. And can we just say my biggest condolences to the family of Linda Barron, who sadly passed away, I think yesterday. The lovely actress that played Come Outside with Pippin. You know, she's done EastEnders. She played Christian's mum. Sorry, I think it was Laurie Brett's mum. You know, Ian Beale's wife. Yeah, sadly passed away. A tremendous actor. So my biggest condolences to her family there. And as you can see, that's pretty damn impressive, as you can see here. So that's that section here. I'm very excited about this. So let's get into the next stage. What we're then going to do, guys, we're going to bring in our engine from a couple of issues ago. And as you can see, this is where it gets very, very exciting. And obviously, we need to test that it's all running as well. As you can see, the pistons are all going round. I am finding that it keeps slipping out of that hole up the ends there. As you can see, it does tend to dislodge, but as you can see, it's all going around tickety-boo, all lovely jubbly. And what we need to do with this is basically, you see that we've got, it's basically, let's have a look here. So 1, 2, 3. We turn it, I think it goes 1, 2. We'll have a closer inspection here. So basically, it looks as if they go, yeah, we'll give it a go, see how it goes. But basically, it looks like it sort of, they feed onto these bars under here. So one onto there, and then we feed one on the down side of the crank. So one there. Then another one sort of connects onto here. This is, or it may even connect onto that one there. Yeah, it must do, because we've got that one connects onto this end one here. This is very impressive. As I say, I don't know the reason. As you can see there, it keeps having a habit of knocking out that hole. As you can see, I have got that round the right way to stop it coming out the other end, but it seems to dislodge quite a lot. But as you can see, we've now got this section that's going to hold up here somewhere. Don't worry about that, because that's just because it's a little bit round the right way. But look at that. That's going to be connected to something a little bit later down the line. But wow, it's certainly getting impressive now. Obviously, we've got this issue of this keep dislodging at the end here. But I think obviously as time goes on, we will perhaps connect something to the end of this crankshaft here, which will hopefully hold that into position, because obviously a motor's going to be moving that round. So yeah, hopefully that sorts that out. So yeah, that looks all pretty good. And now it's time for the exciting bit, because once we've done that, we just need to do something else actually. There's some little holes. If you look here, you can see there's little holes going in each one of these. Where we've got this little pins on the edge of here, we basically, as you can see, it says to basically put these, they basically go into the slots there. Now apparently we glue these in, so just bear with me. I'm going to get myself some glue. Okay, so yeah, we basically glue the end of these pins, and then they're securely glued in place apparently, so this is going to be quite interesting. So wow, okay, let me see if I've got a pin or something we can put this into. Let's have a look, see if I've got a cocktail stick. Okay, let's have a little look. See if I've got any in here. Can't see anything in there, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I will use let's have a look here. Just bear with me, I'll see if I can find, what do I want to find? What I'll do is I'll use the end of this screwdriver for now. because obviously I don't use the cheap ones. I like to use Miorias. So what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of screw, a little bit of glue on the end round there, a little bit of glue on the end round there. I can always, you know, get a bit of sandpaper and sand this glue off, but as I said, this is a screwdriver that I don't tend to use because I like to buy a decent pair when doing builds. So then the idea is that when obviously this part comes over and then they slot into these little holes down here. So we've got some little holes down there which obviously that will slot into. This is a very interesting combination here. You do give it a little bit of a push. You can see that that goes in quite a way. So obviously it pushes in quite a way and then obviously just give it a firm push. And that, my friends, should all go in tickety-boo. It does go in, as I said, quite a way. So as you can see, this is quite groovy. Because I'm assuming that... Oh, wow. Look at that. That's beautiful. So you can really see how this works now. So if we turn it around to that side, these little things are like anchors for it. Can you see? Oh, wow. That is just exceptional, isn't it? These are like little armrests that are sort of supporting that crank bar. But wow, look at the motion in that. And obviously you're going to have like a little motor, as I said, going into there. That is absolute. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've never done anything like this before. And this is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. How cool is that? I'm going to be playing with that all night. So let's leave that over to there to dry for the minute. So we'll leave that over to one side because the next part, what we've got to do is after we've done that, we then need to work on the hole this time. So what we're going to do, because obviously I don't want to scratch it, I'm going to use the end of this, or this box if you like. And basically what's going to happen is we'll need this whole section that we got with issue 5, and that's going to go there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to use this box, so we just untear this box a bit. I'll use this as like cushioning for it, and that's going to go onto there like that. I just can't get over this. This is what I'm saying, guys. I think Hachette are really going to get a lot more custom for this because it's the quality. Eaglemoss doesn't have that, and I've got to be honest, because obviously I've built a build with Eaglemoss, and quite frankly, as some of you guys know, I will never do an Eaglemoss build again, which is why, I mean, having said that, my Ghostbusters is on hold at the moment, but what I mean is, obviously, if it's a ship, probably not. If it's a car, if it's anything like the DeLorean, definitely no. That build really was badly designed, if I'm honest with you. So as you can see, these two holes here will fit into these two holes up here. So we'll fit this down like so. And as you can see, you just put that down like that. It's so nice to get these two parts together because obviously this part down here has been waiting a whole week, or actually 2 weeks I reckon. And obviously we're going to put some DM screws in now. So we'll put the DM screws in. So yeah, obviously if you're building a model, it's up to you guys, but always get yourself a decent pack of screwdrivers. I use my Oreo set, so yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to build a model without them. They're great pieces of kit, but I'll show you something in a minute once we've screwed this part in. So as you can see, that's all gone in, and we'll screw that down. I'll do it a little bit halfway. We'll get the other screw in and then we'll tighten it up as well. Because obviously we need to make sure it's even there. But I love the way they've done this. We've done a bit of the back and we've done a bit of the front of the hole. The way they've designed this is brilliant because, as I said, we've done a bit of the back of the hole and we've done a bit of the front of the hole. You know, so what they've done is give this the back, then we move into a little bit of the engine, and then we're doing a bit of the front. I just think Hachette are spot on for that. They're a brilliant, lovely company. It's just the quality. yeah, look at that. Just screw that in, and that part there as well. And as you can see, guys, that, my friends, is absolutely, I can't get over it. It's so lovely. That logo there, it's interesting because at the front, they didn't give us this engraving, because obviously this is printed on it. So they didn't actually do that for the front. The front of the ship seems to have like a plate that we screw in. But as you can see, just to compare it, this is what, or this may even be the other side of the front actually, because looking at this, that near enough looks the same. So right, I think I know what this is. Right, there we go, guys. Right, ignore me, it's the front. Because it's interesting, see what I mean? You've got a plate there, but then this side's got engravements. This is what it is, right? You see you've got 2 holes here, that's what's going to connect it. So that is what we're working with at the moment. So we've got the front part here, and then obviously 2 screws will secure through here somehow. Obviously through there, and then we'll put like a little cap on it. So obviously this is going to secure. I should have waited, but you know what I'm like. I like to have a little play. Ooh, what's going on here? Let's get it into position. Yeah, so it's quite hard because obviously it's not secured in yet. But if I just pinch it there, there'll be a screw securing that through there, and then obviously the Titanic here. That is basically what you're working with, guys. This is absolutely extraordinary. I mean, this is gorgeous. I've really, really enjoyed this issue. And yeah, as you can see, with the Bismarck, it's a lot more deeper. Because obviously with the Titanic, it's more deeper inside than the Bismarck. I think the Bismarck sort of went halfway. But yeah, that is basically what you're working with. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? So yeah, that is that. I hope you like that video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. That is where we are at the moment with this build. So obviously, as I said, I will put the nameplate in as soon as I can locate it. It is around here somewhere. But obviously I deal with so many builds that I've mislaid it, and I will put that on as soon as I can find it. Normally I would wait until, you know, I can find it and then put it on, but because obviously it's not a part that's going to hold this build up, we can move on with it. But yeah, that is stunning. Hope you like that. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Coming up next week, coming up, I suspect the 16th of March, we should have the catwalk frame support and fixing screws. That's been issue 6 of Build the Titanic. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.